Welcome to Certification Terminal. In this series of video, we are going to discuss couple of CompTIA Ye Plus Core 1 question and answers. Let's dive in. Which networking hardware is typically inserted into a computer or server for the purpose of linking to an Ethernet switch using a Cat6 cable? Option A, optical network terminal. Option B, digital subscriber line. Option C, cable modem. Option D, network interface card. The correct answer is Option D, network interface card. A network interface card is a hardware component installed in a computer or server that enables it to connect to a network, such as an Ethernet LAN, through a Cat6 cable. It provides the necessary interface for data communication between the computer or server and the Ethernet switch. Option A, optical network terminal, is incorrect. An optical network terminal is a device used in fiber optic telecommunications networks. It's typically installed at the customer's premises to convert optical signals into electrical signals for devices within the home or business. However, it is not used for connecting to an Ethernet switch using a Cat6 cable. Option B, digital subscriber line, is incorrect. Digital subscriber line is a technology used for transmitting digital data over telephone lines. It is commonly used for internet access in homes and businesses. However, digital subscriber line does not involve connecting directly to an Ethernet switch using a Cat6 cable. Option C, cable modem, is incorrect. A cable modem is a device used to provide high-speed internet access over a cable television network. While it does enable connectivity to the internet, it does not directly connect a computer or server to an Ethernet switch using a Cat6 cable. Next question. Which display technology offers the deepest blacks, the highest contrast ratios, and the widest range of colors? Option A, organic light emitting diode. Option B, twisted pneumatic. Option C, liquid crystal display. Option D, in plane switching. The correct answer is Option A, organic light emitting diode. Organic light emitting diode, OLED. Displays are known for offering deep blacks, high contrast ratios, and wide color gamut. This is because each individual pixel in an OLED display emits its own light, allowing for true black levels by simply turning off pixels. Additionally, OLED technology provides excellent contrast ratios and vibrant colors due to its self-emissive properties. Option B, twisted pneumatic, is incorrect. Twisted pneumatic displays are commonly found in budget-friendly monitors and screens. While they offer fast response times and are suitable for gaming, they generally do not provide the deepest blacks, highest contrast ratios, or widest range of colors compared to other display technologies. Option C, liquid crystal display, is incorrect. Liquid crystal display displays utilize liquid crystals to manipulate light and produce images. While advancements such as LED backlighting have improved black levels and contrast ratios in LCD displays, they typically do not achieve the same level of deep blacks and contrast ratios as OLED displays. Additionally, LCD displays may have limitations in color reproduction compared to OLED technology. Option D, in plane switching, is incorrect. In plane switching displays are known for their superior color accuracy and viewing angles compared to TN panels. However, while in plane switching displays offer better color reproduction and viewing angles than TN panels, they generally do not provide as deep blacks or as high contrast ratios as OLED displays. Next question. A computer's power supply unit is failing. What is a possible negative outcome? Option A, blue screen of death errors. Option B, overheating CPU. Option C, sluggish system performance. Option D, no power or inability to turn on the computer. The correct answer is Option D, no power or inability to turn on the computer. This is the most direct and severe consequence of a failing power supply unit. If the power supply unit fails completely or becomes unable to provide sufficient power to the system, the computer will not be able to turn on at all. Therefore, Option D is correct as it represents the most immediate and significant negative outcome of a failing power supply unit. Option A, blue screen of death, BSOD, errors, is incorrect. While a failing power supply unit can potentially cause instability in the system leading to crashes, freezes, or BSOD errors, these symptoms are more commonly associated with issues such as hardware conflicts, driver problems, or faulty RAM. Therefore, while BSOD errors could be a possible outcome of a failing power supply unit, they are not the most direct or common consequence. Option B, overheating CPU, is incorrect. A failing power supply unit can lead to inconsistent power delivery, which may indirectly contribute to overheating issues in the CPU or other components due to insufficient power or voltage irregularities. However, overheating is not the most immediate or direct consequence of a failing power supply unit. Option C, sluggish system performance, is incorrect. A failing power supply unit can cause voltage fluctuations or insufficient power delivery to system components, which may result in reduced performance or system instability. However, while sluggish system performance is a potential symptom of a failing power supply unit, it is not as direct or severe as the inability to power on the computer, which is the most immediate consequence. Next question. A client's computer keeps running out of disk space. How can we help them free up storage? Option A, delete unneeded files. Option B, install a larger hard drive. Option C, increase the size of the virtual memory. Option D, add more RAM. The correct answers are Option A, delete unneeded files. Option B, install a larger hard drive. Option A, delete unneeded files, is a direct and effective solution to free up storage space on the client's computer. By identifying and removing unnecessary files, such as temporary files, old downloads, or unused applications, significant disk space can be reclaimed, addressing the issue of running out of disk space. Option B, install a larger hard drive, is also correct. Increasing the storage capacity by installing a larger hard drive provides a long-term solution to the problem of running out of disk space. With more available storage space, the client can store additional files and applications without encountering the same issue. Option C, increase the size of the virtual memory, is incorrect. While increasing the size of virtual memory, also known as the page file, can help improve system performance, it does not directly address the issue of running out of disk space. Virtual memory is used as a supplement to physical RAM, primarily to accommodate running applications when physical RAM is depleted. It does not impact the storage capacity of the hard drive. Option D, add more RAM, is incorrect. Adding more RAM can improve system performance by allowing the computer to handle more tasks simultaneously without slowing down. However, it does not directly address the issue of running out of disk space. RAM is a type of volatile memory used for short-term data storage and processing, while disk space refers to the capacity of the hard drive for long-term storage of files and applications. Next question. Which network configuration from the following options demonstrates notable resilience against faults? Option A, mesh. Option B, ring. Option C, bus. Option D, star. The correct answer is Option A, mesh. Mesh network topology provides high fault tolerance due to its redundant connections. In a mesh network, every node is connected to every other node, creating multiple paths for data to travel. If one connection fails, data can still find alternate routes to reach its destination. This redundancy ensures that even if a node or connection fails, the network remains operational. Option B, ring. While a ring network topology can offer some fault tolerance, it is not as resilient as a mesh network. In a ring network, each node is connected to exactly two other nodes, forming a circular structure. If one connection fails, it can disrupt the entire network, as there are no alternate paths for data to take. This lack of redundancy makes ring networks less resilient to faults compared to mesh networks. Option C, bus, is incorrect. In a bus network topology, all nodes are connected to a single communication line called a bus. While bus networks are relatively simple and inexpensive to set up, they lack fault tolerance. If the main bus line is damaged or interrupted, the entire network can fail. There are no alternate paths for data transmission, making bus networks vulnerable to faults. Option D, star, is incorrect. In a star network topology, all nodes are connected to a central hub or switch. While this configuration is easy to set up and manage, it is not highly fault-tolerant. If the central hub or switch fails, all communication within the network can be disrupted. Additionally, star networks do not provide redundancy, as each node is directly connected to the central hub without alternative paths for data transmission. Next question. What is the most straightforward method to satisfy a user's request for a CPU upgrade to enhance the speed of their Lenovo laptop? Option A. Clean the dust inside the laptop. Option B. Defragment the hard drive, if applicable, or optimize the SSD. Option C. Replace the motherboard with a generic laptop motherboard with a faster processor. Option D. Replace the motherboard with a Lenovo laptop motherboard with a faster processor. The correct answer is Option D. Replace the motherboard with a Lenovo laptop motherboard with a faster processor. This option directly addresses the user's request by upgrading the CPU while keeping the existing laptop intact. It is the most straightforward method as it involves replacing the motherboard with a specific Lenovo motherboard featuring a faster processor. Although it requires technical expertise and potential data backup, it is the most direct solution to enhance the speed of the Lenovo laptop by upgrading the CPU. Option A is incorrect. While cleaning dust inside the laptop can improve airflow and prevent overheating, it does not directly address the user's request for a CPU upgrade. It may enhance overall system performance, but not specifically the CPU speed. Option B is incorrect. Defragmenting the hard drive or optimizing the SSD can improve storage performance and overall system responsiveness, but it does not directly address the user's request for a CPU upgrade. These actions focus on storage management, not CPU speed. Option C is incorrect. While this option could potentially result in a faster processor, it is not the most straightforward method. Replacing the motherboard involves complexity, including compatibility issues, driver installations, and potential data loss. Additionally, finding a generic laptop motherboard with a compatible form factor for the Lenovo laptop might be challenging. Next question. What is the subsequent step a technician should initiate after being informed by a user about internet malfunction? Option A. Instruct the user to disconnect the Ethernet cable for 30 seconds. Option B. Ask questions and use available tools to clarify the issue. Option C. Have the user perform a hard shutdown and a cold boot. Option D. Document possible reasons why the internet is no longer working. The correct answer is Option B. Ask questions and use available tools to clarify the issue. This option is the correct choice because, after being informed about internet malfunction, the technician should engage with the user to gather more details about the problem. Asking questions helps clarify the nature of the issue, such as whether it's a problem with the network configuration, hardware, or service provider. Additionally, the technician should use available tools, such as network diagnostic software or remote access tools, to further investigate the problem and gather relevant information for troubleshooting. This step is essential for identifying the root cause of the issue and determining the appropriate course of action to resolve it effectively. Option A is incorrect. While power cycling the network equipment by disconnecting the Ethernet cable for a brief period can sometimes resolve connectivity issues, it is not the subsequent step a technician should take. Before resorting to hardware manipulation, it's essential to gather more information and diagnose the problem further. Option C is incorrect. Performing a hard shutdown and cold boot can be a troubleshooting step for various issues, but it's not necessarily the next step after being informed about internet malfunction. This step involves restarting the computer entirely, which may not be required or effective for resolving internet connectivity issues. Option D is incorrect. While documentation is essential for tracking issues and their resolutions, it is not the immediate next step after being informed about internet malfunction. Before documenting the problem, it's crucial to gather more information, diagnose the issue, and potentially resolve it first. Next question. What should the technician do next after determining that an application's unresponsiveness is caused by a lack of space on the drive of a user's workstation? Option A. Identify files that can be deleted or removed. Option B. Run diagnostics and review the system logs. Option C. Implement storage alerts to be notified if it happens again. Option D. Ask the user what happened before the application stopped responding. The correct answer is Option A. Identify files that can be deleted or removed. After determining that the application's unresponsiveness is caused by a lack of space on the drive, the technician should take immediate action to free up disk space. Identifying and removing unnecessary files or temporary files can quickly alleviate the disk space issue and restore the application's functionality. This step directly addresses the root cause of the problem and is the most appropriate next step in resolving the issue efficiently. Option B is incorrect. While running diagnostics and reviewing system logs can be useful for troubleshooting various issues, it may not be the immediate next step. After determining that the application's unresponsiveness is caused by a lack of space on the drive, these actions are more appropriate for diagnosing hardware or software issues rather than addressing the specific problem of low disk space. Option C is incorrect. While implementing storage alerts can help prevent similar issues in the future by notifying the technician when the disk space is low, it is not the immediate next step. Addressing the current issue of low disk space should take precedence before implementing preventive measures. Option D is incorrect. While gathering information from the user about what happened before the application stopped responding is essential for understanding the context of the issue, it may not directly address the problem of low disk space. This step can be taken concurrently with identifying files that can be deleted or removed to free up space on the drive. Next question. After completing work on a PC by devising a plan of action and implementing a solution, what is the subsequent step according to troubleshooting theory? Option A. Document the actions. Option B. Identify the problem. Option C. Verify the system works. Option D. Formulate a theory. The correct answer is Option C. Verify the system works. After implementing a solution, the technician should verify that the system functions as intended. Verifying the system ensures that the implemented solution effectively resolves the initial problem and that the system operates without any further issues. This step helps confirm that the troubleshooting process was successful and the problem has been resolved. Option A. Document the actions is incorrect. While documenting the actions taken during troubleshooting is an essential step, it is typically done throughout the troubleshooting process and not specifically after implementing a solution. Documentation helps track the steps taken, record any changes made to the system, and provide a reference for future troubleshooting efforts. However, it is not the immediate subsequent step after implementing a solution. Option B. Identify the problem is incorrect. Identifying the problem is the initial step in the troubleshooting process, not the subsequent step after implementing a solution. Once the problem has been identified and a plan of action formulated and executed, the next step is to verify that the implemented solution has resolved the issue, rather than revisiting the problem identification stage. Option D. Formulate a theory is incorrect. Formulating a theory is typically done at the beginning of the troubleshooting process, when the technician is trying to understand the root cause of the problem. After devising a plan of action and implementing a solution based on the formulated theory, the subsequent step is to verify that the solution resolves the issue, rather than formulating another theory. Next question. What role does storage capacity planning play in virtual machine management? Option A. It ensures that there is sufficient disk space available for storing virtual machine data. Option B. It determines the maximum number of virtual CPUs that can be allocated to a virtual machine. Option C. It optimizes the network bandwidth utilization for virtual machine operations. Option D. It enhances the security and isolation of the virtual machine. The correct answer is Option A. It ensures that there is sufficient disk space available for storing virtual machine data. It correctly identifies the role of storage capacity planning in virtual machine management. Storage capacity planning ensures that virtual machines have adequate disk space to store their data, applications, and operating system files. By forecasting storage needs and provisioning appropriate storage resources, storage capacity planning helps prevent issues such as disk space shortages that can impact virtual machine performance and availability. Option B is incorrect. This option refers to CPU resource allocation, not storage capacity planning. While CPU allocation is essential for virtual machine performance, it is not the role of storage capacity planning. Option C is incorrect. This option focuses on network bandwidth optimization, which is important for virtual machine operations, but is not directly related to storage capacity planning. Storage capacity planning primarily deals with ensuring adequate disk space for storing virtual machine data. Option D is incorrect. While security and isolation are crucial aspects of virtual machine management, they are not directly related to storage capacity planning. Storage capacity planning primarily revolves around ensuring sufficient disk space to accommodate virtual machine data, applications, and other files. Next question. What printer settings should the user modify to ensure that all print jobs are in landscape mode instead of portrait? Option A, quality. Option B, orientation. Option C, collate. Option D, duplex. The correct answer is Option B, orientation. The orientation setting on a printer determines whether the content is printed in portrait or landscape mode. By modifying the orientation setting to landscape, the user ensures that all print jobs will be printed in landscape mode, which is the desired outcome according to the question. Option A, quality, is incorrect. Quality settings on a printer typically control the resolution or printing mode, such as draft, normal, or high quality. Changing the quality setting would affect the print resolution, but would not switch between portrait and landscape orientations. Option C, collate, is incorrect. Collate refers to the arrangement of printed pages, such as whether multiple copies of a document should be grouped together or interleaved. It does not control the orientation of the printed content. Option D, duplex, is incorrect. Duplex printing allows printing on both sides of the paper. It does not control the orientation of the printed content. It only determines whether the printer prints on one side or both sides of the paper. Next question. 12. What is the primary advantage associated with the 2.4 GHz frequency band in wireless communication? Option A, higher data transfer rates. Option B, greater compatibility with older devices. Option C, faster internet speeds. Option D, lower susceptibility to interference. The correct answer is Option B, greater compatibility with older devices. One of the primary advantages of the 2.4 GHz frequency band is its compatibility with older devices. Many older Wi-Fi devices, such as older smartphones, laptops, and IoT devices, only support the 2.4 GHz band. By using the 2.4 GHz band, users can ensure that these devices can still connect to the wireless network. Additionally, the longer wavelength of the 2.4 GHz band provides better penetration through walls and solid objects, making it suitable for larger coverage areas. Option A, higher data transfer, is incorrect. The 2.4 GHz frequency band is not typically associated with higher data transfer rates compared to other frequency bands like 5 GHz. In fact, one of its drawbacks is its limited bandwidth, which can result in slower data transfer rates, especially in crowded environments. Option C, faster internet speeds, is incorrect. While faster internet speeds can be achieved with certain frequency bands, such as 5 GHz, the 2.4 GHz frequency band is not primarily known for providing faster internet speeds. Its advantage lies more in its compatibility with older devices and wider coverage area due to its longer wavelength. Option D, lower susceptibility to interference, is incorrect. The 2.4 GHz frequency band is actually more susceptible to interference compared to higher frequency bands like 5 GHz. This is because the 2.4 GHz band is more crowded and used by various devices such as Wi-Fi routers, cordless phones, and microwave ovens. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if these questions add value to your preparation. We'll meet in the next video. Take care until then.